Youngblood Power Sports here in Ozark, Missouri. I get to ride the 2016 Zero SR electric vehicle. Let's get started. I get on this bike and I reach for the clutch. There's no clutch. So turn the bike on, you click the kill switch off and kick the kickstand up. And now it's on. Right? Now what? There it goes. So we're in eco mode right now. I'm gonna stay in that to get used to this because this is different. So man, this is I mean, even in eco mode, yeah, it doesn't get to 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Wow. You know, I always thought having a quiet motorcycle wouldn't be fun, but it feels like you're the wind. You don't have the noise of an engine to remind you that you're on a motorcycle. Another thing I noticed right away is it's really smooth. There's no vibrations from the engine, which is really relaxing. Now I'm a 150-pound rider. I'm 5'9" with riding boots on. This is a comfortable riding position for me. I just let off the throttle and it automatically... Okay, this is a comfortable riding position for me. So I'm just... So stopping is different without having to use the clutch. Very fun. I'm just going to sit here for a second. Hear that? Nothing. Okay. As I was saying, I'm comfortable on this bike. The seat's comfortable. Full throttle in eco mode. Such a fantastic feeling. Like, while it's not that fast, you know, in eco mode, just being on an electric motorcycle, it's neat. So let's go ahead and get this in sport mode. Let's do that. It's such a calming feeling. I come to a stop and I can hear everything around me. So what's neat about this is it's easy to change the power modes. So I just hit mode twice. So now it's in custom, which we'll talk about that later. Now we're in sport. So now I'm using what the website claims to be 67 horsepower, 106 foot-pounds of torque, and it'll go 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. So, all right, now that we're straight. Holy shit! Oh my god! Woo! Oh wow! Okay, so here's the thing about it. Was you get that acceleration in your gut, but typically, especially on a road like this, my RPMs will tell me you're going fast and I'll let off, but I let my speed get away from me there because it's so quiet. You don't hear your speed, if that makes sense, you know, from the engine. Let's take off again here. Jesus, once you twist that all the way. Oh, once you twist it all the way, I mean, it throws you back. I mean, you twist it gradually and it's real smooth, you know. But you open the throttle all the way and holy crap. It's torquey. It's torquey like it claims. Way different in sport mode. Now, sport mode does eat up that battery. Eats it up a lot quicker. Eco mode is going to be the one where I think you'd want to ride in most of the time to conserve your battery, unless you're not riding that far. Now, if you've got a pass, you can just switch it to sport mode and open it up. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I don't want to get ran over by a truck. Whoops. Anyway, the brakes feel really good. Now, while the suspension's really soft, I noticed that when I pull on that brake, it has a little bit of front end dive. So there's a trade-off there. You've got that very comfortable Showa suspension that's plush, but yeah, so there's that. When I slam on my front brake and my bike dives forward like that, it really takes my confidence out of braking. But fortunately, this thing has Bosch ABS on it, and I can really hit those brakes, and my tires won't lock up on me, so it gives me more confidence in stopping. Let's hammer it. And the sound, do you hear that? It's just, I don't know, the wind doesn't really bother me, but I like feeling like I'm a part of it. But just absolutely fun feeling. The top speed on this bike's over 100 miles per hour. But as I mentioned, this bike has a custom mode, right? The custom power mode. The way you adjust that is through a cell phone app. You can go to your app store on like your iPhone and type in Zero Motorcycles. Download the app, there will be a demo mode. You can check it out for yourself. How you can adjust the torque, the engine regen, which basically is when you let off the throttle, it's how much engine braking you have. Yeah, we're not getting stuck behind that guy. I mean, give me a break. Oh! And really, you hold your breath when you twist the throttle and you tighten up your gut. It's actually, I don't know if you've ever ridden a roller coaster, but before I go down a big dive, a big drop, I'll tighten my stomach, I'll hold my breath, bracing myself for that. That's the same thing I do on this bike. Now it does have some skinnier tires on it, which is interesting. They're actually the same size as the tires on like a Ninja 300. So the rear, I believe, is 140 and the front tires are 110. And even when I'm going 43, I open it up and it throws you back. So really anywhere in my speeds, let's try 30. Yeah, what's really cool is I'm always at maximum horsepower, I guess, is what it feels like. Like on my motorcycle, I have to be at a certain point in the rev range to really get that throwback. But I'm always at that point on this bike. I've got to be honest, when I first thought of electric motorcycles, I thought, yeah, that's, I don't know, it's kind of lame. And I feel like a lot of people have that reaction. This is neat. Really cool to ride. Let's say the power scares you, right? Does the power scare you from riding this bike? Well, it shouldn't, because of the power modes. Like I said, in eco mode, let me just change it to eco right now. I'm in eco mode. I'm opening the throttle all the way up. Now it's not really throwing me off the back of this bike. Real easy to manage. I'm getting more range. And I can do that on the fly. So, let's say I want to pass right now. I'm in sport. Vroom! So, yeah, to switch over from eco to sport, see that front end dive there? Yeah. Anyway, so from eco to sport, it takes, what, 5 seconds to change that? But if you're wanting to change it from eco to custom, yeah, it takes about 2 seconds. And looking at the bike, you know, I didn't think it was going to be that short of a seat height. But once I sat down on it, it's such a plush suspension. For example, I just went over those bumps. It was very smooth for my back and for the rider, me. But when I sit on this bike, it lowers a lot. So that's actually the engine right here. And I really like that red right there. It looks really good. It's belt driven. Very low maintenance. Has an aircraft aluminum grade frame. Now this is your battery, this big battery. Showa suspension, Bosch ABS. One of the neatest things about this bike when I first looked at it was I opened this up. Look at all that storage. You do have the option of adding a extra power tank if you want a farther range. But that does add 45 pounds up here, so that's going to affect your handling, and that extra weight will also affect, you know, how fast this bike is going to take off. When you buy this bike, it comes standard with a electrical cord that will plug into any household plug, so that's handy. So neat. Oh my gosh. And oh, this is neat. It'll tell you how much torque you're using and power. Wow, so it jumps up there. Nope. Let me slow down a bunch. Whoops. So now I let off. There's only one bar. That's really neat. I just noticed that. So I'm twisting the throttle. That's telling me I'm using more power. Very, very, very cool. The mirrors are useful on this. That's always a plus. Motorcycle riders always talk about being one with the road. If you want to be one with the road, talk about a great bike. So quiet and comfortable and peaceful. This is crazy. And I like loud exhaust, you know, but you don't have to worry about it vibrating you to death. This is okay. So I'm riding this bike. I always talk about vibrations through my feet and everything. Smoothest motorcycle I've ever ridden in my life. It's funny, the way I want to describe it as kind of a cross between like a Ninja 300 with the smaller tires and like a GSXS 1000 to where you're upright in a neutral position with a lot of power. And after riding, you know, I've been opening it up and stuff. I'm at 98%. I really thought that I'd be draining this battery a little more right now. We're gonna take it on the highway up here. It's so smooth, I have to get used to that. See, even those bumps were very smooth. Oh, wow. Even though you can get some decent range out of this battery and you can add even more battery to go farther, to me this bike is for somebody who's riding it to work or class, especially through the town. It's got the softer suspension. It's 412 pounds, I believe, so it's light, and it's got power if you want it. It's very fun. So I would recommend it to an experienced rider, an inexperienced rider, shorter riders, taller riders. I could recommend it to you because of the different power modes and it just being such a fun bike. I think you could get on this bike and have a lot of fun. Let's see if we can catch up to him. Full power mode. See, he gets to 80 real quick. Look, I'm already caught up with him. Wow, this is so much fun. Really, the wind noise doesn't bother me like any other naked bike, upright bike. It really feels good, actually. I'm excited to take it up on that turn over there to lean this bike and see how that feels. Let's get up there. See, here's at 60. Let's do a pull. Jeez. Let's slow it down to 20. We'll take our lines. When it's a big curve like this, you want to start from the outside. Kind of lean towards the middle. Then you can pick up your speed. 30. And this is when you really come inside. Wow, guys, I'm telling you, this thing is really comfortable to lean over. Jeez. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with how that leaned over. Great job, Zero. See, here's on the highway. I have plenty of passing power on this electric freaking motorcycle. Now, this is a lighter bike, 412 pounds, I believe. Here's some bumps. See, that's really smooth on me. That bike absorbs most of those really well. But with this bike being lighter, it does, you know, kind of scare me a little bit with how the wind can blow me around. And it's not even a real windy day. If it was a windy day, I don't know how I'd feel going 70 down this highway. But I can pass real easily. Watch. See ya! Oh, he got over for me. And let me pass in the passing lane. That's unheard of in this town. Anyway, the wind's kind of pulling my helmet around now. Okay, now I'm gonna put it in eco mode. Now I'm in eco mode. That took like 2 seconds. So even in eco mode, it's pulling. It's flashing. I wonder if I am in eco mode. I need to come to a stop. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I'm in sport. Now I'm in custom. I don't know. Now I'm in sport. Yeah, maybe it doesn't change on the fly. I'm not convinced that it changes on the fly. Maybe I have to come to a stop. So there's that. Oh, I know what happened. You have to let off the throttle. I wasn't letting off the throttle. So it was flashing to let me know that it hadn't changed. Okay. Now I'm in eco mode. Yep, I can tell. Now I got it. Silly mistake, but see, now I'm opening it up. And really, I've still got like the passing power of maybe a Ninja 300. I'm just using that as an example because that's one of the motorcycles I own. Awesome bike, awesome bike. If you gotta do some highway riding for your commute, still a great bike. But I'm not gonna get this bike to take long trips. I personally would recommend this for commuting for sure. I'm really impressed with how much fun I had on this bike. Wow. Thank you so much, Youngblood Power Sports, for letting me try this thing out. What a blast this thing is. Let's say it used 8% in what, 20 minutes? 25 minutes of me riding it really hard. That's impressive, folks. That's impressive. As I heard that, you know, on an incline with the kickstand down, there's no brake on it, and obviously it's not in first gear, so it can roll a little bit. So there's that. But that's the last negative thing I want to say about this bike. Beautiful bike. Thanks again, Youngblood. This has been another first time riding review. We'll see you soon.